All right. I'm deep into July, pretty much halfway through, and people have been asking, "Hey, how'd you do in June? How much stuff did you sell? Did you have a good month? Did you sell a lot of items?" Actually, only one person asked, and that was my nephew Brian. So, Brian, this is for you. How did I do last month on eBay? Well, according to my little sheet of all my sales, I had 35 sales in June. I guess that's an okay amount, right? It kind of works out because generally I sell maybe about 400 or 500 items a year on eBay. I don't really know why I don't sell more. Anywhere from 3 to 5 is, but and I try to sell more, but I don't. But I had 35 sales. So if you do the math on that, that would be if I had 35 sales a month, every month for the whole year, that would be about 350 plus 70. So that's like a little over 400 sales. 420 to be exact. So it could because I can do the math. Anyway, how much did I sell? Well, the sales totaled $1,971.57. Am I happy with that amount? I'm not unhappy, but I do say because I was hoping that I could make about $3,000 a month in eBay sales this year. Have I done it so far this year at all? Well, I know I didn't do it last month. I know I didn't do it the month before. I probably have to check to find out, but whatever. I will at some point. But no, I didn't do it this month. So this year doesn't look good unless, let's see, we're all the way in July now. So in order to make up that, say, $3,000 a month, if I haven't done it any of the months, one month I only did like $1,000, which is not good. But in order to make that up, I'd have to do an extra $7,000 in sales, and then maybe I would have averaged at $3,000 a month. But whatever, I didn't do it again. 1,970. I can taste it. I am so close. I could practically grab it by the cojones, whatever. What did I sell? All right, let's get into it. Very early in the month, 6/01, the first day, day one, I had a little group of sales. Let's see, it looks like I had about 4. 2 of them were the same items. I had bought these celluloid pins quite a while ago, and I just listed them on eBay for between $20 and $30 a piece, depending on what they were. So I sold 2 of these, both to the same person. And since I do free shipping, here's some advice to everybody who goes like, "Oh, I don't like doing free shipping because they pay for the shipping." They pay for the shipping. You just throw it into the price. Free shipping isn't free. Everybody knows that. But one of the reasons to do free shipping is because they don't get discounts when shipping is free. They can't go like, "Whoa, you're charging $3 to ship this, and that's $3. Can't you put them in the same box and only charge me $3 for shipping instead of $6?" Well, guess what? If shipping's free, they can't do that. There's no argument about that. You go like, "What are you talking about? I don't charge. Shipping's free." So that's one of the reasons I do free shipping, besides other reasons. Also, you don't have to measure boxes and put in weight and do all these calculations. You just go free shipping. And I ship however I want, the worst, slowest way possible. And they're like, "Oh, man, this is going to take forever." And then when I ship like priority or first class or really quick, like the next day, they get it. They're happy. So it's just, I trick them into thinking I'm great. Which is good. I actually, if you go by shipping, my feedback's really good. Oh, also, they can't ding your stars if you do free shipping. But enough about me talking about free shipping. And this item is tiny. This item is about the size of a quarter. I got $20 for this. And I had a bunch more. I don't even have that many left. They do sell. So as you see, I had a little Scotty dog. And then I also had, oh, you know what? I guess this person likes Scotty dogs and I guess little girls. Because I sold the 2 Scotty dog brooches that I had. And if you're not sure what celluloid looks like, it's just like a white plastic. And what they did a lot of times was they cold painted this stuff. They hand painted it, which they don't do anymore. I mean, you could see it's sloppy, the painting, but it's different colors. Probably if a machine did it, would be much neater. I don't really know. But I got almost $40, $39.98 for these 2 little pins. Interesting, right? These things are expensive and they're hard to find. Okay, the next item I sold. Let's see, how long did I have this item? Not that long, less than a year. Okay, I got it in November 2017. This is a stunning vintage sign Swoboda necklace with assorted natural stone. Oh, look, we spelled natural wrong. Natural. All right. I guess we didn't have spell check, whatever. $125.99. Now, that's an impressive sale. If I sold every one of my $35 items for $125.99, man, I would have had a great month. Oh, you know what? One of the reasons that I've been so late in doing this, my list of sales, is because the wife's off of work and the kids around, so I can't just talk. Everybody's around all the time. I have no privacy, but here we go. I have privacy, and I can just ramble on and on without annoying anyone besides you people who are listening. Anyway, this stuff, Swoboda, there's money there. And as you can see, the design, it's just like kind of like tile work, large mosaic, natural stones. People are collecting that name. If you see it, I'll try and show a picture of what the signature looks like. Memorize it. You know, don't forget, that's what it looks like. And if you see it, pick it up. Yeah, it's definitely sellable. Okay, now this is still the first day of the month. And this is my third sale. So you see, I had a very strong first day of the month, right? But then what happened? I don't know. You know, everything's downhill. This I know I had for a long time. And this is a Mats Jonassen art glass crystal paperweight. This is a seal pup sculpture. And I got $30 for it with free shipping. Shipping was probably like $7 or $8, whatever. I can't sell these at the flea markets I go to. They don't buy it. But Mats Jonassen is desirable. This was a small paperweight. Larger paperweights, you can get more money. Sometimes set 50, 75, 100 is not unusual, but normally 30 to 50 is the going rate. If you see Mats Jonassen, pick it up. It's sellable. Of course, this one did take me quite a while to sell. Yeah, over 2 years. 2 years. That's not that bad, because I know I'm going to show you other items that I had way longer than 2 years that are coming up for sure. All right. Second day of the month. The month is starting off strong. Sales right away. And this one is a large vintage gold tone necklace with a large mod Zodiac Libra lucite pendant. Not signed. I could not attribute it to anyone. I had to wait for someone who likes big, funky, chunky looking things, who is also a Libra or was buying a gift for a Libra, maybe on their birthday or something. I really don't know. I had this listed. Man, I didn't even have it listed that long. December 2017. So this sold rather quickly. And I didn't make a fortune on it. $32.99 free shipping, and it probably cost me $4 to ship. Still, if you see these, $30. You know, pick them up, $5, whatever. And you can make that $5 into $30 minus shipping and fees. All right. So still on the second. And here's something that normally I don't know much about. But I went to a sale, and they had some wrestling shirts. And I'm still running some of them to auction. I just keep running them and running them. They don't sell. I just put them to auction again. And I started them all at $100. Now, this one was probably worth at least twice as much as what I got. But you can see it sold for $100.99. Now, I did not start it off at I started off at $100, $99.99. So someone was willing to bid $1 more. Great. But it did sell $100, and I know I paid no more than dollars for this. I would say at most I paid $3 for this. And the other shirts that I have that are still running at auction. But it was a nice sale, you know, to auction. Unfortunately, I did not get as much as I thought I would get for it, but whatever, you know. Things like shirts and items. Oh, it was a very large size, 3XL. Items like that, sellable, you know. There's a market for pretty much anything, and people do like wrestling and collect wrestling. All right, now, then the next day, again, I'm starting the month off amazingly strong. I sold this. It's an antique ornate, unmarked, but tested. Sterling silver spring loaded snuff box is what we called it, because that's what we believed it to be. We had some questions. We weren't sure what it was for. but it was really nice made, really nicely made. You can see the ornate work. It had like a little cabochon on the clip. It was spring loaded, opened up, just a really nice, sweet piece. $199. I thought that was a fair starting price. And as with auctions, there's always the risk that you'll get one bid. So I started it off strong, and we did not get this for free, although we did not pay a fortune for it. We paid $60, which for us is large to pay for anything, but we had faith in it. And I think if it hadn't sold in auction, I probably could have asked, I don't know, I think we would have put it for between $250 and $300, maybe more. I don't know. I don't remember everything, you know. But it was an auction. It got one bid, so it sold within the 7 days that we listed it. So that's great. I love when, you know, auctions are great when stuff sells right away. But honestly, I've got like 30-something auctions running right now, and I got one bid. Most stuff doesn't sell at auction anymore unless you start it ridiculously low, and then you're fortunate enough to have the person who wanted it be a bidder. All right, here's something that was cool. So the reason we were able to sell it was because we used the right keywords and the right title. And this was what we called it, a vintage Egyptian revival, because it kind of looks like something Cleopatra would wear, or, you know, kind of like dangling multi-chain, whatever. Vintage Egyptian revival multi-strand dangle bib necklace. I mean, there is not a designer name or anything in there, but we were able to get, look at that, $62.99. I think it was a buy it now. I think this is an item we ran at auction. Basically, you can sell things that aren't designer, aren't signed, whatever, if you use the right keywords, and then you're just patient. You know, you got to wait for the person who wants it to come along. Do an eBay search, find your listing, and then buy it. All right, here's, you know what? Murano sells on eBay, and you just have to be patient. Now, look at this necklace. This is nice, right? If I had this at the flea market, I might be able to get $10, maybe even $15, right? But on eBay, I got $75.99. So you know what? I don't even take this stuff out to the flea market anymore. I've given up. We would have beautiful strands, and everybody would want to pay less than what we paid for it. But look, does that look like an amazing, insane, stunning piece? No. I mean, how many beads are there even there? Maybe 10? 2, 4. Ugh, stupid thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to say there's 15 beads there, like big Murano beads. $75.99. Look out for that stuff. If you see it for the right price, pick it up, you know. And then be patient, because this was listed for a little over a year. So don't expect to just throw everything on eBay and get a lot of money, because that's what a lot of foolish people do. They go, I'll put it all on eBay. I don't have to sell it to you, you know. And then like a year, 2 years, 3 years later, the thing might sell, and they go, where was that? I don't even know where I put it, you know. Unless you're organized like me, we know where everything is. Okay, sold a CD. This is one of the CDs that I had on Amazon, and I told a story about how Amazon was a dick to me, and they gated me, and they wouldn't let me sell stuff, and they kept making my life more and more difficult. So I was like, you know what, screw you too, Amazon, and I ditched my Amazon Prime. I didn't actually close my Amazon account, but I stopped paying them. I removed all my listings, and I haven't even listed everything back yet, but I will eventually. But it's like, now Amazon, you know what you make from me? Nothing. I don't even shop off of you. Screw you. I'll buy my stuff off of eBay. But Amazon, you got to learn, you know. You got to treat your sellers and your customers right. And eBay, you're next in line, you know. You're not the only game in town anymore. There's like everything. There's Craigslist, Facebook, Poshmark, Etsy, Amazon. I mean, the list goes on and on, you know. So you better, you know, watch yourself. It's Michael Kors. You know, it's anything signed. I'm not saying anything signed is an easy sale. I'm not saying it sells quick. I'm not saying you get top dollar for it. But all you got to do is put Michael Kors, and then anybody who likes Michael Kors, it'll show up in their search. And this was just a nice, chunky, gold tone Lincoln bracelet, and it's signed kind of on the clasp. It had a very interesting and unusual lock. $29, and this was an auction bids, so it sold when we listed. Now, I guess we could have got it more if we stuck it as a buy it now, but whatever. Hey, remember these cufflinks? Yeah, I told the story about the cufflinks too. I bought about 900 of them from a friend, and I tried to sell them to a cuffling guy for about $2 a piece. No, wait, I'm sorry. I bought 450, and I tried to sell them to a cuffling guy. A cuffling guy that sells cufflinks for $2 a piece. He was like, "Oh, no, that's too much money." I'm like, "Fine. I'll just list them myself." And every month, I sell 1, 2, 3. Pretty much almost every month, I sell some of these cufflinks. And this month, and I've had these listed for years. This was, look, 2015. And I had them for years before that. So I've had these for a goddamn long time. But there you go. And I believe I sold 2 to the same person. Let me just double check that. Yeah, I sold 2. And you know what? I didn't have to discount shipping because I did free shipping. Remember I told you about that? The guy couldn't say, "Hey, I'm buying 2 cufflinks from you. I got these in a backup. I want a discount on shipping." It's like, no, you don't get it because shipping's free. So consider free shipping. Makes way more sense to me than doing anything else. All right, and I'm not even a third into the month, so the month's looking pretty good. Like I said, a couple of thousand isn't shabby. I mean, I haven't reached my goal yet of 3,000. But whatever. At least I'm not going backwards, I guess. Victoria's Secret Tranquil Breezes Cologne Spray. A large size bottle, 3.4 fluid ounces, but it wasn't even full. Only about 65% full. But look at what I got. I got $60 for somebody's half-used bottle of perfume. And I like selling perfumes. They're easy. I know how to ship them, and I have a set. Perfect. The lighting looks good on them. You can, it's just, I used to be a photographer, so I have a head start, but I do a good job, $60. And as you can see so far, I didn't sell a lot of perfumes this month. I've been really busy. I have so much stuff to list, and I'll get to it. But how long did I have that on? Well, let's see. Not that long. A little less than a year. Not bad. All right. So 6, 7. And then my next sale is a couple days later. And oh my God, this. Now, remember what I said about being an eBay seller and listing stuff to sell, and how everybody's like, "I'll just put it on eBay," and like you're going to sell it tomorrow? Well, guess what? This took me 10 years to sell. 10 long years. It's not even like I made a lot of money on it. $25.99. That's why I don't even bother with this. It's like, it's not worth my trouble anymore. This was like, it was like sealed. Count Basie, Super Chief LP2 record set, sealed. All I got was $25.99, and it took me 10 years to sell it. What would I got at the flea market? I don't know, maybe $4. Now I would get $4, 3 for $10 at least. So was it worth it? I really don't know. I don't think, I'm going to say no, because I had to pay priority shipping. I think that was like $8 or $9, and eBay fees. It's probably like $4, so 13. That leaves 12. Yeah, nah, I don't even bother with records anymore. I give them to my friend Daryll to list, or I just sell them at the flea markets. Fortunately, people are collecting records, so they're easier to sell now. But can you sit there like 10 years? 10 years. If everything I list 10 years from now, first of all, I'll never have any money. It takes me 10 years to sell it. And second of all, I'll be an old man. I'll be like, I won't even be able to go to the post office. I'll have to have my nurse. "I sold this. Could you? I've already forgot what I was talking about," because I'll have Alzheimer's for sure. Giorgio Beverly, back to perfumes. Giorgio Beverly Hills Red Cologne Spray for men, 3.4 fluid ounces. And this one was relatively full at 90%. What I get, $18.99. This is one of those stupid perfumes that wasn't even worth that much, that I had to list and wait for everybody else's to sell just so I could make enough money to cover shipping, eBay fees, and come out ahead a few bucks. But fortunately, it didn't take that long to sell. It was less than 6 months because I listed in April 2018. All right. Next. That was an unimpressive sale. It's perfumes. As long as you don't pay much for most perfumes. Like, if I didn't know anything about perfumes, I would never pay more than $5 for any perfumes. And I don't care who makes it. and I would never buy Avon. And that's the two most basic tips I can give anyone who's never bought perfumes before. After that, you're on your own. You know, you got to put in the ground and learn. But if you do that, you can always eventually either make a little bit of money or sometimes make a lot of money. Hey, check this out. This is a Rimahin or Rihimahin Lassie Oi. I get this stuff occasionally. This one was huge. This one was, I don't know, I think it was at least 10 inches. Huge, big, tall. $89.99. That sounds great, right? When did I buy it? Only 8 years ago. 8+ years. So, I don't know. You know, it's like these things that take forever to sell. That's why I have to just continually keep listing. Just list on eBay. And I can't go back. I can't look at all the stuff that isn't selling. I have to go, let me put this on because maybe it'll sell. Then let me put this on because maybe it'll sell. And that's how you do it with eBay. You just keep putting the stuff on, and what sells, and what doesn't until it does. $89.99. I did free shipping, of course, but I think it cost me about $25 to ship. I don't know where it went. It probably went to California, because whenever something's heavy and I have to ship it, it goes to California. You know, $30, $40 in shipping. But again, this was a large one. Yeah, it was about 10 inches tall, and it weighed about 3¼ pounds. So, you know, a box like that, that's close to probably 5 pounds. All right, next. Another CD. Reader's Digest, Sentimental Journey, Hits of the 40s, 4-music CD set. I shipped these first class. Cost about $3 or $4. I sold it for $11.99. This, for me, is a tough sell. So I'm already down $11.99. I got $8. Probably paid $1 for it. After eBay fees, I don't know, made like $6, $7. At the flea markets, I could probably sell it for $4 if it sells, and a lot of times it doesn't. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I will continue to list CDs unless they're worth more like 15 or whatever. There's not a lot of money in it. I list stuff like this when I got nothing better to list, and I usually have better stuff to list. But if you don't have a lot of money and you're cool with making between $5 and $10 a pop, buy CDs, put them on eBay. But my advice is, if you're going to buy CDs, don't buy like rock that everybody knows. It's the obscure stuff that sells for money. That's why everybody goes with scanners. You know, fortunately, the ones that I can't put on eBay, I don't scan everything. You know, and fortunately, the ones that I don't put on eBay, I can sell at flea markets, because I stick with popular music. You know, I try not to go off the track too much. Although I do occasionally, if I get, I buy lots or stuff is just insanely cheap, and I go, roll the dice. You know, Eve, it's YVES. So I guess it's Yves Rocher Rose Ispahan Eau de Toilette Spray. That was hard. Rose Ispahan. I would like to buy the Rose Ispahan Eau de Toilette Spray, please. Yeah, that's a mouthful. $125.99. When did I buy this? About a year ago. A little bit more. Say like 14 months. It was a 14-month-old. $125.99. I don't remember where I got this. I probably paid something like this. I would pay maybe 15 as much, like cold, not knowing. I would much prefer to pay like 10, you know. But unless I got a chance to look up the name, I wouldn't pay that much for it. But I did sell $125.99, and it didn't even take me much longer than a year. But it is definitely a good return. You know, stuff like this. Hey, if I list everything and sell it for $125, and it takes me a year to sell, if I could say this will take me exactly a year to sell, yeah, I could get by. You know, I think it'd be all right. 610. So I'm a third into the month, and I've had a few decent sales. A couple over $100, and one was almost $200 because it was $199.99. I'm gonna say that's $200. I'll just round up a penny. Hey, check this out. Here's something that, oh my God, I didn't even have this on this long. This must have been, it was a good to cancel it, so it was a buy it now. All right, I didn't even have this on this long. I listened in April. But look at this. Look at this. I got $52.99 for a vintage Bakelite plastic lot of a red donkey pendant and a brown Scotty dog pencil sharpener, of all things. That's what that is. It's a pencil sharpener. People like Bakelite, and I don't know. I guess we just figured this is worth this much, this is worth that much. Let's just lot them together and wait. And we didn't even have to wait that long. And sales like that, man, they make my day. Because this, to me, as a person who would buy things, is nonsense. I mean, if I had $52.99, and sometimes I do, in my wallet, I would never buy this. I don't even know why somebody buys. I don't even know why people buy things anymore. I'm totally confused. Nothing makes any sense to me anymore. But $52.99. All right. And it didn't take 10 years to sell, like that other thing. What? I had something that took 10 years. Well, I remember the vase took 8 years, and I had something that took 10 years. Oh yeah, and I sold it for like $25. I'll remember later. This was probably my best sale. Yeah, this was the most expensive thing I sold this month. And this I was going to take to a flea market and sell it for like $25 to $30, but I decided to look it up. Right? I looked it up and I'm like, oh my God, this is a vintage creations company, sitting cast iron black cat doorstop. And it's worth $260. So I put it online, and there's quite the story with this, right? I had free shipping. So I had it on for about less than 2 years, right? 2016, September, right? But here's the story. This lady emails me. I want to buy this thing, but I need it to get there by Saturday. And I think it was like Thursday or something. Or by Monday or Sunday or something like that. So she's like, I want to buy this thing. Can you guarantee? I'm like, no, I'm not guaranteeing nothing. Because even if I paid, I told her, I said, look, the only way I can guarantee it gets there, and I can't even guarantee that, I mean, sort of, is if you pay overnight. But I said, this thing weighs like, I don't know, I think it was 8 or 10 pounds. Let me see. 6.5 pounds. This thing weighed 6.5 pounds. So, of course, she's in California, right? And she was buying it as a gift for her father, who had a cat that passed away, and this thing looked exactly like her cat. I don't know, that's what she told me, so I guess I believe her. Whatever. That's an odd thing to buy for that amount of money as a gift, but whatever. Maybe the guy needed a doorstop. Maybe the cat used to sit in front of the door and hold it open. Maybe the cat was like a doorstop. I don't know. So maybe the cat would sit in front of the door, and this looked exactly like the cat that was in front of the door. I don't know. $259. So basically, she was like, yeah, mail it overnight. I was like, first of all, no, right? Because I just checked the weight, and this is going to cost like $90 to ship overnight to you at 6.5 pounds to California. So I said, I'm not doing it. I said, what I'll do, and this is what I was going to do anyway. I was going to ship a priority, right? I said, I'll ship a priority, and it should get there. She might have bought it on Wednesday. I don't know. I might have mailed it first thing Thursday. I said it should get there. Maybe it was Tuesday. I don't know. But it could have gotten there by Friday, but it should have gotten there by Saturday. And guess what? Happy ending. She got it on Saturday. Everything worked out. And I didn't have to spend $90 in shipping and take the loss just so she can get it right away. I would have. It wound up costing me like $30 or so. Oh yeah, I fit in a flat rate box, so it cost me like less than $20 to ship. I was so happy. I was like, oh man, this is great, because normally I'd get nailed on that. But look at that, isn't that amazing? That's why you got to do your research, and that's the lesson we learned from this sale. Do your research, and instead of selling something for $20 to $30, you can sell it for $260 minus shipping and eBay fees. All right, a CD. And this is one of the ones I listed from Screw You Amazon listing. Peter Noon sings the greatest hits of Herman's Hermits, 1999. What can I tell you about it? Nothing. It's just a CD. It was worth $20. I sold it. Moving on. Okay, look, we're approaching the middle of the month. It's 6/14. I think I had some days. I think I had like dry spells in this month where I'd have no sales. But here, vintage white and green swirl glass hand knotted choker necklace. This is pretty. Beautiful beads. Very nice. Definitely vintage because look at the chain link and the hand knotting. But see the spacer beads? No, they're not actually spacer beads. The extension that goes for the hook. What did I get? $35.99. Not bad. I got a feeling we had it at the flea market and we're trying to get 10. $35.99 from nothing is pretty good. And let's see how long this was listed. Teeny bit more than a year. Not bad. Another necklace. That's our next sale. $52.99. I don't know. Hand knotted, white and blue. Again, I think the keywords we used: hand knotted, the color, white and blue, speckled, art glass necklace, 64 inches long. So this one was just, I mean, I think she could have said flapper length, you know, Art Deco length or whatever, because the longer ones are like the flappers would wear them, right? But you could see it's got like little knots in between each bead, which requires time, so it's a nicer piece. $52.99. Not shabby. They wouldn't have given me more than 15 to 20 at a flea market, and I'm almost positive we had it at a flea market. We're not able to sell it. It's not a designer signed piece. We were able to sell it using the correct keywords and description. And nice pictures. That matters too. All right. Micro mosaic jewelry. This stuff sells. Some of the really older, nicer pieces can sell for good money. Upwards of $70, $100. This is just a simple pair of earrings. If I had this at the flea market, what would I sell it for? Maybe $8 to $10 tops. $21.99. I have a feeling we had it at a flea market. Nobody bought it. The person who buys this will have a pin that looks similar and wants it to match. It's actually much easier just to put it on eBay and sell it that way than to sell it at flea markets for us anymore. 2 pictures, simple description. They weren't large. They weren't fancy. $21.99. It's better than nothing. And it was a nice, solid sale. And I think I had a yeah, I mean, my sales have been pretty good every day. I didn't have sales every single day, but the sales were consistent, and I don't believe this month I had any really long stretches with no sales, which is better. You know, there was one month before, man. I was like, please have some sales. I think my wife could have listed this for more, a little bit more, but I think she was being reasonable. And for $32.99, she sold 2 pair of Millefiori art glass clip earrings. Nice, right? And if someone has necklaces to match, boom. Necklace, earrings, possibly bracelets. $16 a piece. If you're a big Murano jewelry person, that's got to be a good deal, especially if you just find the ones that exactly match what you wanted. How long did I have this listed? Less than a year. I put it in October, so I guess, I don't know, 10 months almost. No, I guess that would be like 8 months. All right, but there it is. If you see that stuff, you can list them individually for less than 20 or around 20, or you could lot them and get that $20 barrier and save a little bit of money on shipping if you list them individually. And this way have the prices a little more reasonable for people, and they might be more interesting to buy that way. All right, here's a signed Sobral. This is lucite. It's a clear plastic disc pendant with multicolored stripes, and it's on an elastic necklace. Pretty cool, right? Nice, interesting looking piece. Bright, colorful. We found this at a sale. There was a guy in front of us was picking out all the old rhinestoney silver blah 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 jewelry. Totally passed this up. Everything he picked up probably was like $5, $10, $12 items. We picked this up because we recognize this. We've had Sobral before, and I think we could have gotten more for this because we ran it to auction. If we had done a buy it now, maybe $125. I don't really know, but we did get $87 for it, and I think we paid $5, maybe less. And this was an auction, so it sold within 7 days. That was the length of our auction. All right, look, I'm coming towards the end of the month. I'm 2/3 in, all right? But I'm still selling. My next sale. Irwin Pearl. Gold tone and faux pearl necklace. Kind of nice. And Irwin Pearl does have a following. His stuff does sell. $42.99. Not bad. We put it, I guess, for a buy it now. Possibly we ran it to auction. It didn't sell. So probably Marie ran it to auction for $39.99. And she said to me, like, just put it for the same price. And I'm like, screw that crap. They should have bought it at $39.99. I'm going to make it $42.99. Not bad, though. Free shipping. How long did it take for us to sell? A little bit more than a year. Whatever. Still a solid sale. The most we'd get for that at a flea market would be $8 to $12. All right, here's something that I might have had for a really long time. No, I didn't. Okay. I had it for less than 6 months because I listed in January. Cody Sand and Sable Cologne Spray Atomizer Brown Cap, $19.99. Not bad. I probably paid a couple of dollars for this perfume. This month I sold some perfume. I didn't sell a real lot. Not much to say about it. You know, I personally, it's my philosophy. If you pay $5 or less until you learn, then you should be all right. Hey, check this out. This is kind of nice, right? This is a Swarovski and it's a crystal deep blue daisy flower pin brooch. Got $26.88. Not too shabby. We would have got more if we put it buy it now, but Marie likes to run auctions. And how many bids? 3 bids. And I'm almost positive we started off at $24.99. So we got that crowd that's willing to pay between $25 and $30 for it, fighting each other, not slightly to the death. Maybe, I don't know. Not much I can tell you about when it comes to Swarovski, right? If it has a swan on it, always in your title, right? Swan sign Swarovski. Because if you just write Swarovski and you do a search, 30,000, 50,000 things will come up. But if you write swan sign Swarovski, I don't know, maybe less than 1,000. I'm not even sure. I haven't done a search in a while, but that's my advice on that. All right. Man, okay, the month is almost over. And Marie must have found a few pieces of Swarovski because here's another piece. And this one was also an auction, I believe, because it sold for $26. And this got 2 bids. So she started off at $25. And she got 2 people fighting it out. Bid it all the way up. Another $1. But you know what? That's why if you do auctions, man, don't start it off at 99 cents. Don't start it off at $1 or whatever. If something's worth $50, start it off $25, $30. Because if you don't, you may get that one bid and get beat. Or you might get, you know what I like to do? I like to do, say, if I know something's worth $100 and I put it to auction for like $50, I do $50 auction, buy it now $100. Because then you set a price where they're like, and if you're willing to sell it for $50 at auction, that's fine. But then they go like, oh, this is worth up to $100. And sometimes people will literally bid $99.99 or whatever, and not that $100 and just buy it. You know, so this way they figure, well, it's worth $100. And I've literally had that happen where I put a price and a buy it now, and then they were bidding on it, and it wound up going for more than my buy it now. Not a lot more, but it went for more, which means that the person who was interested in it was foolish not to buy it. Anyway, auction, $26. Swan sign. We put it right in the title. Now, remember what I was telling you about antique micro mosaic stuff? Here's a nice antique micro mosaic floral necklace. Beautiful, isn't it? And look at the work with the mosaics. Got $124.99 for that. Was it a buy it now? Yes, it was. And I'm almost positive we had it to auction anywhere between $90 and $100, like $89.99. $99.99. You might have had it for $74.99. Not really sure. $125 for it. Like I said, good old micro mosaic. Yeah, they'll buy it, and you can get good money for it. The newer, bigger stuff, not as much, but still it holds up, and people will pay for it. All right, where are we? Man, okay, I'm almost done, like 3 more items. Now, this is a good name. Givenchy. Givenchy. Givenchy Pie for men. Eau de toilette spray. 1.7 fluid ounces. And it was pretty full. 90% full. What'd I get for it? $28.99. Not really a big deal. Not a lot of money. You're like, but that's Givenchy. That should sell for a lot of money. There's certain names like Chanel, Givenchy, and other designer names that you think should sell for a lot and don't always. It depends, supply, demand, and what the market's willing to pay. Like if you went to a flea market or you went to a estate sale and they said, well, that's Givenchy. I want $20 for it. And you bought it, you'd lose money, because I'm almost positive. Let's see, how long did I have this listed for? Not too long, a few months. I listed it in May. $28.99. You think it would be worth more? Not everything is. I might have paid $10 for it because I'm like, oh, this is Givenchy. I fell for it. I got suckered, most likely. I don't know for sure. All right, here's another one. Another perfume. Vintage J. Reviens. Perfume body. Oh, no, it's body lotion. Yeah, people don't know that you can sell stuff like powders and body lotions, and people want it. They'll buy it, especially powders. If you get a sealed powder, like say a Chanel, that could be worth like $40, $50. Even like any Estee Lauders could be worth like 30, whatever, just whatever. People will buy that stuff. It doesn't always sell quickly, but it does sell, so you can list that. And then if it's a powder, you could ship it priority in a flat rate envelope, so that most it'll cost you like $8 for shipping. And so if you're making like 25 and up, it's a pretty good deal, as long as you don't pay more than like $5. But anyway, this was a lotion, and you have to be careful with lotions because they can go bad, and they also separate. They look like water, so sometimes they get chunky. You just have to be careful with lotions. But I did get $29.99. Person bought it, was happy, no problems. Whatever, just if you see lotions and they look full and unused, why not give it a shot? All right, this is it. This is the last item of the month, and the prices I achieved this month, they were like roller coasters. I got high, I got low. I got high, I got low. Mostly anywhere from as low as $11, I think it was, or $12, to as high as $260. And we're going to finish out. My last sale of the month was on 6/30, just like the other sale before it. And I guess there's only 30 days in this month. I don't know. Maybe there are more. What did I sell? 2 pair vintage silver tone signed Lisner sparkly rhinestone clip back earrings. I sold them because they were Lisner. The person probably has something similar that they need to match to a Lisner necklace or bracelet or something. They might relist it, or maybe they need it so they can wear it. $12 a piece, basically. And, after shipping and fees, I guess I got about like $9 a piece. Not bad, not too shabby. So there it is. That's my month on eBay. And I think I sold a little. So, I don't sell a wide assortment of items. I'm not all over the place. Lately I stick to the basics, and more, the smaller the item, the better, because of shipping costs, and also I have storage issues. I got stuff all over the place that should go on eBay, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. So stuff like the size of an earring, hey, perfumes are easy. I just put them in milk crates, actually, and then I stack them. I do that with other things, CDs too. That's instead of shelves. Maybe one day I'll show it, but that's kind of my system of storing items and numbering them and stuff. I just put them in milk crates, whatever. Hopefully you've learned stuff. You've gotten some ideas on items that you can buy. You learned what it's like to sell on eBay, how you need to be patient, have good photos, make the price fair, And did I mention you have to be patient and wait sometimes as long as years? But it averages out, you know, because if you just keep listing the stuff that you listed 10 years ago, could sell tomorrow. Or the stuff you listed today, you could sell tomorrow too. I don't know. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope you learned stuff. Hope this was enjoyable for you. And I guess I'll do it again next month. Just, you know, maybe I'll make my $3,000 goal. Root for me, please. Send me good vibes. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks. Goodbye.